Honestly, I think I don't know, I'm just different. Like my mind is it's almost kind of like a man's mind in a sense, because I mean men are just of course they're just beyond open about sex, and of course women we aren't, and I I don't see why women get so distant about talking about sex. I don't know if they're just shy or they're ashamed to talk about it, but I think it's something that definitely is always up for discussion. Because personally, like I've always been, I never really cared about what people thought about me and my topics, or things that I post on Instagram. It's just outrageous. But I think you have to get to that point where you just don't care what people think. I mean, it's just it's sex. I mean, when you're encountering someone, you get a partner or whatever, and some people may have one or two partners. I mean, women, you know like you said, men do sometimes look down on women if we have more than two partners. But I personally don't see anything wrong with having multiple partners. If that's something that you're into, I think you should definitely go forward and experience the different just ways of sex. I personally like sex because there's just endless possibilities, like I said previously, on how to do it, where to do it, and when to do it. I'm a fan of sex toys. I don't see anything wrong with those. I don't think a lot of women really get into a lot of toys, whether they're vibrators or dildos. Or whether they're things that just stimulate the clitoris, or there's of course like anal beads. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been into sex stores, but there's like countless things in there that are just crazy. And I think women, or even couples, should visit a sex store, because then you'll get to see, like, oh my gosh, these are the types of things that we can use in the bed. And I think it's always important to please each other, during sex, because I mean it's a very important part of every relationship. I think women would not have a problem with that if it wasn't something that was just really looked down upon from a woman's point of view. Because I mean it's like if a man is able to be open about his sexuality and how he has sex. I think women should be able to do the same thing, and not just go towards just having just boring sex you know Oh, I think the lack of communication definitely plays a part in that, whether it's just, what your wants and needs are from another perspective, or it's your wants and needs from sex. When I encounter someone and I'm sexually attracted to them, I'm not going to hold myself back. I'm not that type of person that's like, oh, I'm going to wait make you wait 90 days or 90 minutes. I mean, if you want to have sex, go and have sex. You're adults. But I think it's always good for men and women to communicate and see what each other likes when it comes to sex. I mean, you may have a woman that doesn't like her, nipples being stimulated. You may you may run into a man who likes his balls to be, touched, when they're having sex. So I think when you really want to have really, really good sex, you should always communicate with that person and see, what their interests are and what they're into, because you may be dealing with a woman who's very shy, but on the inside, they want to get into bondage and dominatrix and have sex somewhere that, that they've never had sex at. So